Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 62, the final episode of Less Platinum Tells Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. Alright, so let's load here, and you'll notice that I have this save here. This is the save from the very end of my second playthrough of the game. I'm going to load this save and I'm going to show you something really quick here. You may remember that in the previous episode I got to a certain point where I basically had, if I go into library, play record, I have 99% of skits completion and I'm missing one. I actually suspected that this could have been a glitch, but I now do not believe that to be the case. What I did was I essentially went and started my third playthrough, and I got up to chapter 4. I was just flying through, just trying to get to the end of the game as quickly as possible, but also trying to figure out which skit I could have potentially missed. It was extremely difficult, couldn't really work it out, and so I said, alright, I'm going to brute force this, and I'm essentially going to just redo the entire game again without any skits, and I'm just going to get all the skits. And that's what I did. Here is a chapter 7 save, and then here is my save that is 5 minutes away from getting the 100-hour trophy. And if you notice as well, when I load this, you'll also see that my skip percentage is at 99. However, this playthrough basically was me doing the entirety of the game and getting every single skit again, which I know seems crazy, but that's what I did. It's actually not that difficult to do, which is good. And you just need to follow like a website, and as long as the game is fresh in your mind, you should be able to get through it without too much difficulty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a document in this episode in the description that will show you kind of like a tasks list of everything that you have to do in order to get through the game. That's basically what I was using, and I'll put a website link as well for the all the skits, and then you can do that if you want. However, I also have another way of doing this. You will most probably not have to play the entire game again and get all the skits, but if you do for whatever reason and my plan doesn't work out, then it will, at least that's there. I apologize if you do have to do it. I don't think you will, because I think I have worked out which skit it is that I'm missing, but we'll see in a moment. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I was hoping to yabber on for another 3 minutes about anything. Let me just think about what I wanted to do. I really didn't want to make another episode, but I thought I have to do it because I get a chance to explain a bunch of stuff that happened in the... that's right, there's a save point right up ahead. Even my Hollyhock managed to get to level 200 when I was redoing everything. You can see that at the bottom, the encounters have switched from 2,500 to 500, and the hits have switched to 57. That's because the things that I didn't transfer over were the skip percentage, and you cannot transfer over your battle info. If you do that, you won't be able to get the skit for escaping battle 5 times with both Emil and Marta in the party. That's called Both the Problem. You won't be able to get that one. So if you're doing it that way, make sure to not include that. Let's see, we've got 2 minutes left. Why is literally everything is leaving me at the moment? Like, I'm trying to think of what I was going to say and it's all just gone blank. Okay, let's talk about the things that we have left. We have to get the 100-hour trophy, which is about to pop in another minute or two. We have to get all the skits, which is going to happen after I view the next scene. I'm going to get the final skit, which is called Final Battle, and that's going to pop me over to 100%. That will definitely, this will 100% work because I was methodical, and I know that I have one more skit than I had in the previous, or at the end of the previous playthrough, and I'll explain how that works and how I figure that out as well. And then on top of that, we will get the trophy for beating the game on Unknown. Now, I believe you don't actually have to play the whole game on Unknown, but I did it anyway. I even Because of the way I did this, of like replaying the entire game, getting all the skits, I did have to do Gladsheim again, which was annoying. But I was able to fight Album Atrum at his strongest. He had about 800,000 health, which is insane. And it was actually a little bit of a challenging battle. I didn't die, but it was pretty close. So there's that. Just trying to think. Once we get the 100-hour trophy and I get this last skit, I'm going to go over exactly what happened when I was trying to figure this out, and what I learnt about how the game treats the skits and everything as well, which is really good because it will help you guys work out which skits you're missing, everything like that. So it did take me about another 10 to 15 hours to finish the game and get everything again. It was annoying, but at least I did it. It ended up taking me one extra week. But if I'm not mistaken, I think I know which skit I missed in the previous one, so you guys shouldn't have to worry too much. Alright, here we go. So we're on 100 hours now, so in the next few seconds. And... come on. PlayStation takes so long. PlayStation 3 rather. Do I have to like look at it? Do I have to screen transition? Oh, there we go, 100. Alright, it took 25 seconds to pop. Alright, cool. Trophy 1 complete. Let's walk up, get this final scene, get the spawn point, get the save point to spawn, and get the final skit. And then I'm going to load the game and I'll quickly show you the other playthrough, and I should be able to get the final skit. Okay, so let's wait a second. We can skip the skit as well, so select.
Well,
there it is, 100%. And we should get by the way. By the way, as in incidentally. There we go, finally. The most annoying trophy in the game. Oh god, thank goodness. Alright, let's go ahead and save. And then, just so that I'm not stupid, I'm also going to open up the previous save file and get the 100% on that one. That is saving. Okay, so load. Now, I could load this one, but this is going to load me into the end of playthrough 2, and I don't want that. Fortunately, I have a save right here, and this one will do nicely. The reason this will do nicely is because the skit I missed is a skit, as far as I'm aware, called Exactly. So let's just double check. So 99%. In order to get this skit, I'm just going to go to Tree It. I cannot believe I missed this skit, by the way. I don't know how I forgot it, but apparently I did. In order to get this skit, all you need to do is have a party of monsters that are all level 1. So let's do that. Party, level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1. Now I think I need to actually put them, but let's see. So I think you need to do this. Game. Let me do something like that. Okay, now I'm thoroughly confused. That should have worked. Because here's the thing, I went through my footage and I don't get it. I went through my footage and I could not find when I got this skit. And the other thing is you can only get this skit on chapters 3 to 7. You cannot get it on any other chapter. Okay. What the hell? That should have popped. Damn, man. I was positive this was gonna work. I mean, look, I got the trophy, but the problem is that you guys may have to redo the whole thing, because now I'm sort of thinking that it was glitched. That something happened. One of the trophies didn't, one of the skits didn't count. Okay, let me go ahead and explain what I did, and well, I was going to say and how I worked it out, and how I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so here's what happened. Or this is what I did basically. I looked at the footage, and it turned out that at the point in the game, I checked. Hang on a sec. I checked my skit percentage at a certain point in the game when I was in Cape Fortress, and it was 64%, I think, or 63 and 64%. And I got 64% when I had skit 164, right? Now, because I got 64% when I had 164, I was able to work out how many skits I had at that exact moment, right? And the reason I worked that out is because when I replayed the whole game to get the... I can't believe this didn't work. Now I'm really frustrated because I have no idea what... I'm almost convinced that it must be glitched because there's nothing else that it could possibly be. If anyone can find where I got the exactly skit, that would be really helpful. But yeah. I also, unfortunately, can't... Wait a minute. Maybe I can. I can't do it... I know I can't do it on this one. I saved everything. Actually, let me load this. Let me load this. This is a really old save, and this is in chapter 5. This will at least give me an idea to know if I got it in the first playthrough. Hang on a sec. Okay, I'm on 61% here. Yeah, no, this actually should work. One. Oh, please tell me I have enough monsters to do this. Yes. So this is before. Okay. Interesting. It didn't work here either. All monsters in the party are level 1. Put Marta. Actually, you know what's really interesting? The fact that this didn't work may actually prove that it was a glitch. Okay, so... Yeah, and this is why I did an extra episode. So let me explain that again. Or is it this one here? I don't really need to load into this, but I'm just going to load into it anyway. The fact that that didn't work almost proves that it wasn't a glitch. So I'm going to explain exactly... This is going to take a little while, but I'm going to try and do it quick so I can sort of make sense of it. There are 297 skits in the game, which means that for every skit, you get about 0.33% towards your total percentage, right? So if we look here, we're on 99%, we get 0.33 per skit. However, it's not 300, it's 297. So you have to figure out where you're going to find these little bits of extra percentage. And as it happens, the little bits of extra percentage happen at exactly the third mark of the total percentage, if that makes sense. So when I get to skit 99, I will be exactly on 33%, right? The 99th skit will give me exactly 33%. The 100th skit will give me 33.3%, and then where the 101st skit would normally give me 33.6%, it will actually bump me up all the way to 34%. So whatever skit 101 is, it will be worth double. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's one specific skit that's worth double. It's whichever skit happens to be 101. Now, in my case, when I was looking back through my footage, it was the skit called Loyal. Loyal ended up being my 101st skit. That's when I got 34%. Now, as I said earlier, skit number 164, which was Gourmet Cuisine, and it's a story skit, that gave me 64%. And in order to work 64% out, it just so happens that it's if I had got every single story skit before, which I did, that would be 164, and then I would need another 27 skits to push me to 191. 191 would give me 64%. Now, the other thing to consider is that that is actually before 66%, where the next skit would give me would be worth twice. So whatever number of skits you need to get to 66%, it would be somewhere in the vicinity of 190. I think it's like 198 or 199. You'd get 66, then you'd get 66.3, and then you get 67. Now, in the case of 99, it's the same thing. When I got the skit that pushed me to 99, I had 2 skits left. However, the only skit that I had left to collect, as far as I knew, was the skit known as Complete. So that's why at the moment I'm on 99.3%. And if I was able to get whatever this remaining skit is, I know that it will push me to 100%. However, I was pretty convinced that the skit that I was missing was Exactly, because I found 27 side skits that I got before that 164th skit, which pushed me to 64%. I found 27 side skits. Now, I'll quickly go through them so you guys can just at least hear the names. Get Stronger, that's for getting both Emil and Marta to level 25. We Were Close, almost had that one. Try Again, Concentration, and Natural Fisherman. Those 5 are related to the fishing minigame. Both The Problem, that's from escaping from battle 5 times with both Emil and Marta in the party. Escape from battle is for escaping 10 times. 50 escapes is for escaping 50 times. 500 battles is for fighting 500 battles. Secret Weapon is for not having Marta in the party for 20 battles. That is the one that I got after I did the first Balacraft Mausoleum, or the Balacraft Mausoleum side quest with Richter. I got at least 20 battles, and it was I got Secret Weapon when I got back with Marta. Lively, that's for making packs with 10 monsters. Rather Sad, that's for making packs with 25 monsters. Cheer Him Up and One OK was for failing 5 packs with monsters. Yeah, failing 5 packs with monsters, you get 2 of them. Words to Heart, Pact of Love and Words to Heart, that's for failing 10 packs with monsters. Old Fashioned, I got that in the... there is a potential that one glitched. I got that in the... What was it? Underground Ruins. The reason I say there's a potential that one glitched is because when I look back at the footage, I got that skit, then I went to fight Windmaster Prime, I died, loaded the game, and then I got the skit again, watched it, and then I continued. Now, it shouldn't, that should be fine, but that's the only thing that kind of was a little bit weird with the skits. So I got Old Fashioned. Stubborn is for using the same weapon with... I never know. I think Stubborn is for, keeping Emil's weapon on for a while. And Loyal is for keeping Marta's weapon on for a while. And this would be funny. Actually, let me just try something. Just gonna try this. Okay. Oh my god, it's there. That's weird.
Wow, Marta.
Okay. I was like, let me at least check if that one works. Now that one I actually found, I found footage. I thought it was that one, but I ended up finding footage. It was when I went back to the tree at Ruins later. Different kinds. It's for, all you have to do is switch Marta's weapon 4 times and you'll get it. So yeah, Stubborn, Loyal, different kinds. Let's Keep It Up, Getting Along. Oh, I wrote that twice. That's weird. Why did I write that twice? Hang on a sec, let me check something. So Let's Keep It Up, Getting Along, Successful Pact to No Way is for forming packs with monsters 5 times in a row and 10 times in a row. I got that actually really early. Let me just count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh, okay, I read that twice. Okay, well, in that case, I have no idea. I don't know what happened. There's no way I could have missed. Yeah, there's no way I could have missed. It's funny too because the fact that the percentage suggests that I had 164 story skits and 27 side skits, there's actually there's quite a few side skits that you cannot get at that point in the game. So there's only so many. The fact that exactly didn't appear when I just tried to get level 1 monsters is very strange. So like even if I include that one, that's only 26 skits. So there's still another one that I had apparently, and then there's still like another one that I didn't get, which is just really odd. Okay, well, I'm not gonna take up any more time. This has already taken a long time, 20 minutes, so I'm gonna just finish the game. I do apologize if it happens to you guys. I really hope that it is a glitch and that only I suffered. If it isn't a glitch and I screwed up, it would be nice to know which skit I missed, because like I've poured over those skits so many times, it just doesn't make sense as to which one it could be. I'm just going to rush through the end here while I talk about this. Yeah, it doesn't make sense as to which one it could be that I missed. So yeah, I don't really know what else I can do. Like I said, I'm going to put all the details in the description for doing making it so that your third playthrough is focused on getting all the skits, but yeah, I do apologize if it didn't work out, because I just have no idea what I could have missed. Now that I'm aware that potentially I got exactly as well, I just don't know where. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It sucks. Damn it, man, I really thought exactly was going to be the one. The reason I had 27 side skits is because I repeated 2 of them. Yeah, I'm just, unfortunately, I'm just really not sure what happened. Alright, so we beat Richter, and then I want to actually, even though it would end quicker, I want to actually lose to these guys. Because why did I block that? I want to lose to these guys because I want to see if I get the true ending anyway. There we go. Yeah, I want to see if I get the true ending, because in this playthrough, Lloyd stole the core. Lloyd stole the Ignis core, but I didn't let him steal the Tenitris core. So I'm curious. I had to let Lloyd steal the core because I needed the odd poster skit. So yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Holy crap! He's got 53,000 HP, which obviously is not a lot. Oh, that's also why I have this weapon, the Nether Trader, because I had to do the Treasure Hunter's Trophy quest again. To be honest, getting all the skits in one playthrough again was not actually that bad. The only thing you have to remember is that you need to do the Treasure Hunter's Trophy quest in Chapter 5, 6, and 7 in order to unlock the final one for Chapter 8. And then just make sure that you get every skit, and make sure that you're doing all the side skits as well. So it's not that much. All right, let me just see here. I think okay, let's see. This should be the one.
Is the ritual complete?
Yes, it's complete. As of this moment, none of us will be able to leave this room.
An eternal hell. I suppose it's only fitting for a man who sold his soul to demons and who attempted to destroy the world. Well, it's time for me to make my sacrifice. I'm not sure how long my body will last without the Chosen's Crucius Crystal.
1,000 years.
This doesn't feel like it's going to be.
It will take 1,000 years to draw out the mana from all living beings. After that, it will no longer be necessary to support the world with mana. Then, I will use what's left to make a new seal for the door. And at that time, I will set you free from here as well.
Yeah, I don't think that's the true ending. The true ending is where they talk about letting Emil go back to the thing. Okay, well, regardless, I did it. I really didn't want it to end like that. It's a bit anticlimactic because I'm not sure if it glitched or if I screwed up. I mean, it stands to reason that I screwed up, but I just can't figure out what I screwed up. It doesn't make any sense. There we go. Return to normal and true dawn of the new world. The platinum trophy for this game, finally. Oh man, the promise has been completed. The promise has been kept. I'm so happy that I'm finished. Hey, look at that. And it now scrolls and I have 3 stars for completing the game 3 times. And that's all we can do. And that's all she wrote. Okay, so I'll just talk for a few more minutes and then we'll end the episode and move on. So the one thing is, if you're playing along and you know, if the same thing happened, then please let me know if you ever figured out which skit it was. I cannot figure it out. I may spend a bit more time like looking back on the episode and seeing, on the episode and see if I can find at least where I got the exactly skit, because it didn't even appear on this one. So I guess I have the advantage of knowing that it must have happened somewhere between chapter 3 and chapter 5. But yeah, I'm just not sure. I really don't understand why or what potential skit I could have missed, because not only do I have to find where I got that skit, but I have to figure out what other skit I had at that time, and then from there work out which of the other 12 skits is left. Now, one other thing that I'm going to mention as well, for anyone who's looking into this, it can get a little bit confusing if you're using the website that I gave and using it in conjunction with the PSN Profiles website, because technically there are 39, so 40, so 257. Okay, so there's 257/258 story skits. The one that, the reason I say that is because there's one skit that on PSN Profiles is listed as a special or side skit, and on the other website that I'm going to link to, it lists it as a story skit, and that is Overachievers and Underachievers. It's the one for keeping Emil's Timid boy title on until the beginning of chapter 4. On the website that I'm going to link to, it lists that as a story skit. On the PSN Profiles website that exists, it lists that as a special skit. So yeah, if you're wondering why it's off by 1, that's why. There's not really much else I can do. I think I'm just gonna end it here. I'm glad that I managed to do this. It's funny, it's the 22nd of June right now, which is it took basically 6 months to get this done. I'm happy that it did get done. It was a long time, but I'm happy that I got it done. And at least one of the Tales of series games are now done. It's funny because most of the others don't have sequels, I don't think. Well, Zillia does, but I don't think the other games really have sequels. Alright, I'm pretty much rambling at this point. I do apologize if, for whatever reason, you guys didn't get the trophy at the end of that second playthrough. Like, I didn't for some reason. If you ever figure it out, let me know, and I will be forever grateful. I don't know if there may be a note on the screen at some point where, maybe after watching this back or after doing some more research I figure it out. But if not, please let me know, because at this point now I'm sort of like convinced that it's a glitch, but because it's almost impossible for it to be anything else. I don't know what happened. So yeah, I had to wait a few more hours for the 100-hour trophy as well, but at least I did it. All in all, if things hadn't screwed up, it probably would have taken me 90-ish hours to finish everything. So yeah, still a pretty long game. Alright then, I'm going to leave things there. I want to thank you all, if you've made it this far, thank you so much, really appreciate the support. I will be back either tomorrow or the next, or 2 days after, like the third day, whatever it is, if this ends up being on I think this is going to be the 15th of July that I'm uploading this. So I'll either be back with a video on the 16th or on the 18th. I'll figure it out when I get there. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching episode 62, the final episode of Let's Platinum Tells the Symphonia Dawn in the New World. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.